Hello and welcome. You know that feeling when you're about to get on a plane and you start to worry about having to speak English? Well, if that sounds like you are in exactly the right place. We're going to go over some very simple phrases that will make you feel so much more confident. Let's get you ready for your next flight. Let's be honest, okay? For so many of us, speaking English on a plane, it can feel a little scary, right? You're in a small space, you might be tired, and you're just worried about finding the right words to say. If this sounds familiar, I just want you to know that is completely normal. And it's so easy to feel overwhelmed, isn't it? You might get nervous and then you forget the words you wanted to use. Or maybe someone is speaking English really fast and it's hard to understand. And sometimes you just feel a little bit shy to ask for help. These are all such common feelings. But the good news is we have simple solutions for all of them. So here's the secret to feeling confident. English on an airplane is actually very, very predictable. It's almost like a script. They use the same simple phrases on pretty much every single flight. And once you learn the script, a lot of that stress, it just goes away. Okay, so let's start right at the very beginning. Just imagine you are stepping onto the plane. What are the first words you're going to need? Don't worry, we'll break it down into very simple steps. So usually you've got two things to think about right away. First, finding your seat, and second, putting your bag up. The good news is we can handle both of these with just a couple of very simple, very polite questions. If you're not sure if you found the right seat, this is all you have to say. Let's try saying it together. I'll say it, then you say it. Ready? Excuse me, is this seat 14A? See? Simple, right? And what if your bag is a little heavy or the space overhead looks full? It is totally okay to ask for help. Let's practice this one. Could you help me put my bag in the overhead compartment? Excellent. All right, so you're settled in your seat. The next thing that usually happens is the food and drink service. This is probably the most common chat you'll have on a flight. And you know what? It's also the easiest. This part is almost always super simple. The flight attendant will give you one or two choices. All you need to do is say your choice and then add the magic word, please. So if they ask chicken or pasta, you can just say pasta, please. It's really that easy. But what if you get thirsty when it's not mealtime? Well, you can always ask. Here's a great polite phrase you can use. Let's say it out loud together. Can I get some water, please? Great job. Next up, let's learn a few what I like to call power phrases, okay? Think of these like your secret tools. They are very simple phrases, but they work in so many different situations. They're going to help you communicate clearly and feel really confident. So let's see how these work in real life. To get someone's attention politely, you should always start with, excuse me. If you want to ask for something, you can say, could I have? Or can I get? And maybe the most important one of all, if you don't understand what someone said, just say, sorry, could you repeat that slowly? Please never be afraid to ask someone to slow down for you. Speaking of things you'll hear on the plane, let's learn a couple of really important words. The first one is seatbelt. During the safety announcements, you will definitely hear, please fasten your seatbelt. It just means to buckle up to be safe. And another really useful word is blanket. You know how airplanes can get a little cold sometimes? Well, knowing this word is the key to staying comfortable and warm. We're going to practice asking for one in just a minute. Okay, you have the phrases, you have the words. Now for the most important part. We need to build your confidence by actually saying them out loud. So let's practice a few situations together. Are you ready? Okay, so let's imagine you're starting to feel a little cold on the plane. Here's what you can say. I'll say it first, then you try. Could I have a blanket, please? Okay, next situation. The meal is over, but now you're feeling thirsty. For this, we can combine two of our power phrases. Let's give it a try. Excuse me, can I get some water, please? Perfect. Now this next one is really, really important. If you start to feel sick, you don't need to explain everything. A simple, clear sentence is the best way. Let's practice saying it. Excuse me, I'm not feeling well. Just remember, the crew is there to help you in these situations. So, to bring it all together, I just want you to remember 3 super important tips. First, smile. It's a friendly thing to do, and it helps a lot. Second, speak slowly. You don't need to rush. And third, and this is so important, remember that simple English is enough. The goal is just to communicate, not to speak in perfect, complex sentences. And just like that, you are ready. You have all the tools and phrases you need for a calm, confident flight. So I'll leave you with one final thought. What is the first thing you will say on your next flight? Whatever you choose, I know you can now say it with confidence. Happy travels!